this pressure at middle, then you can usually expect them to be just setting up at around a minute 40 doing this A hit, just sending people out with the right side smokes out A main, but you will see this probably at least 75% of the rounds, this mid pressure followed up by either A or B timing plays. Usually they do the re-smokes around this like minute 10, that's when their split's gonna come in through A main. So look out for that, because they're starting T-side again here, and we just saw what they got to do on T-side against Eternal Fire on Anubis. They didn't have any answers for it.
Yeah, Josh, come back over here real quick. Let's talk a little bit about when we look at these two teams in that stylistic matchup, Yenko, what can you say about that?
I think for the side of the Mongols, right, like they don't care. They're going to play their style, like you pointed out. They're very decisive when they go for those hits. And it's going to be up to the Eternal Fire players to step up and to stop them, because right now they're not showing up at all. And that can play both ways. Either they'll get stomped, and this will be a quick 2-0, and Mongols will be in the semifinal. Or right now, they're kicking themselves in the behind, trying to get into gear, because Eternal Fire has not yet showed up for this quarterfinal whatsoever.
When we talk about just like the nerves and the pressure and everything being on the stage, oh, it's cold, you're taking yourself out of it. I feel like there's two moments where you kind of get into that flow state zone. One is like everything's working, everything's clicking, and then you just slip into that zone where now you're just in the Zen state. You don't notice everything else happening around you. And I feel like the other moment is like you've just kind of accepted defeat to a point where you're like, man, we just lost our map pick. We're in this Spodex, so much pressure. You just kind of like turn off all the other cares. That pressure kind of alleviates itself. It slips away from you, and you're like, I can do anything now. I feel like we're going to lose it. And then suddenly you just start winning. You're like, wait, are we doing this? And you accidentally fall into it even when you're losing. So I'm wondering to see which version of Eternal Fire we get. Are we going to get the version that they put themselves in it, or they just slip backwards into it on the heels of defeat?
And it's